Hello, I'm kind of big deal, Tara, with the channel message for the collective. Um, what I got in the downloads, especially during my readings, personal and ones on here, the message of discernment. Okay, yes, discernment can be a gift, but it's also kind of like common sense. If you feel a particular way about someone, that gut feeling that you can't trust someone. I don't care who they are, family, friend, coworker, lover. If you have this inclination that you cannot trust someone, you really need to go with that inclination, that gut feeling. All right. A lot of us are ascending. Okay. We are transforming into our higher self. We are also going into the new earth. Okay. So the new earth is about love, light, and no matter what, love will lead the way. All this black magic and people doing spell work and negative cantations and things of that to another person is all going to be dealt with by the universe and the high mighty, no matter who you believe in. It's no longer going to be accepted on the old earth. We are ascending into the 5D. And for some of us that are doing the work, we understand that it's a whole new vibration. It's a big shift that has happened and it's going to continue to happen. But people need to understand that there are a lot, the evil entities are trying to fight so hard to be here, to stay here, to rule here. Hi, baby. Because I didn't know Spirit to say, do this before I do Gemini. So again, it's just a collective. It's not to any sign. It's just to individuals, I guess you can say high vibrational individuals. But as we are ascending and growing and evolving as a nation, as over the globe, we also need to pay attention to those dark entities that want to stay here, that want to continue to rule and control the earth. So if you're having a gut feeling about somebody, please pay attention to your intuition, whether you're male or female. 9 times out of 10, that shit is real, and you're not having that gut feeling for no reason at all. All right? Like I said, there are a lot of dark entities. There are a lot of people that need mental help. Since 2020, a lot of people need mental help, and they refuse to do it because they're stigmatized. They're looked at as a certain way. But no, even, sane people need help mentally, because you need to know sometimes that there is help out there. There's mental conditions. There are all kind of issues out there, plus especially me speaking as a nurse, that people, traumatic issues that people just think they come out later, molestation, pedophilia, all that things. No one has had 100% happy child life. And that's facts. That's in statistics. But everyone needs some type of healing. I don't care what it is. And people refuse to do the work. They think they're going to tend to live their life normally, but it doesn't happen, because it will come up somehow, some way. You will be triggered. And then when that happens, you're running the risk of portraying this and projecting this onto other people that don't deserve it. And sometimes everybody is also not mentally equipped, spiritually equipped, who will get dealt with their hands, physically. So again, to be safe out here, guard your energy, guard your spirit, guard your intelligence. Remember that gut feeling is true. All right, so let's just see for a little bit. I think I want to pull some cards and see what is the energy for the collective spirit. What is the energy for the collective regarding this download that I was given That card don't even belong in here, but we're going to take that out. But what is the energy? Oh, child. Mother of Wands, Ten of Wands, Queen of Wands. Yeah, a lot of what I just said, a lot of people are in the dark. They're still in the dark ages. They're still in their dark side, their shadow side. And a lot of people operate out of that. Everything that is glitter is, everybody that's attractive is not attractive on the inside or out. They may be attractive on the outside, but that person, again, could be a snake waiting to use that wand against you. So you have to be very familiar about the energies that are out here, okay? Like I said, whatever you deal with, religious, spiritual wise, again, prayer is nothing wrong with prayer, but whatever you believe in, prayer, meditate, continue to be and reach out to your higher power, your higher self. There's a lot of dark energies out there that have burdens, that are carrying burdens for years, 10 or plus years. And again, they don't know how to exude this energy, so they will exude it onto you. Please remember that. This is serious. It's about to be a new full moon coming up on the 7th, eclipse on the 21st. So again, with all the energy as above, so below, shit's going to get wild. And we're not even in October yet, when the veil is the thinnest or starts to thin out. But we've been having a thin veil, okay? All the Aquarius full moon and the eclipse early in I think it was in April. Again, a lot of these entities are coming out even more. So please try to use your discernment. If you need to go talk to somebody, go get a therapist. BetterHelp is online. There's all kinds of things out there. And sometimes it's free. But again, there's a lot of people that are attractive, that have snake energy, that have alternative motives for you, your family. Like I said, people are going through shit and they don't want to deal with it the right way. So they will project it onto you, onto others, onto your family, your surroundings. This is friends, family, loved ones. It doesn't matter who it is. What else you have for the collective spirit? All right, that just jumped out. Whatever that is. Yeah, Ace of Cups. There's a lot of things dealing with love. But like I said before, or didn't say, a lot of people don't love themselves. So how can they love and pour out onto any others? So you have to be able to see that with people. Whether this person is insecure, traumatized, victimized, whatever it is, eyes, okay? Because they put these burdens on the other people. But now, like I said, we're going into the 5D. And whoever is not ready for it will get left behind. And I don't know how to say that. Left behind. Will perish. Will not be able to go to the 5D. So again, if you feel like you're one of these people that have a lot of animosity, envy, jealousy within you, burdens, and you don't know where to turn, get some help. Work on yourself. Love yourself. Take a time out. Stop dealing with people for now. If you feel and recognize any of this, it's okay. A lot of people have this because they've been traumatized, they've been hurt, and they don't know who and where to turn to. And sometimes you around people that are yes ma'am and they say whatever to please you. Sometimes they might be scared of you, but sometimes they just want, like they know that you're mentally fucked up or you're emotionally fucked up. But again, they don't want to say anything to disrupt what? I love you so much. Why did you cash at me? It could have been towards my bracelet. You know, you got to love yourself. You got to love yourself enough to take care of yourself. Mind, body, and soul. All right. So this is very imperative for them to make me come up on here and to say this. Everybody wants to talk about, yeah, spend time in isolation. Spend time looking for your own light instead of looking for the light of others. Spend time pouring into your own cup. It's okay to be isolated. A lot of people don't like to be alone, except for Aquarius. But again, be okay with being alone. A lot of people have a hard shell, but very soft and mushy inside, like this turtle. But find your own path in this darkness. Okay? And again, it's a lot of darkness out here, especially as we're shifting, and going through so much as a collective. Okay, we're really definitely in spiritual warfare. I blame it on TikTok. I blame it on the pandemic. Now, a lot of people want to turn to black magic, sorcery, all kinds of things instead of working on themselves, instead of believing in God, instead of prayer, instead of going, in isolation. A lot of people want to quickly resort to black magic, being evil to others, projecting shit onto others. That's not going to get you nowhere. It's just not going to get you nowhere. And like I did a reading earlier on here for Pisces, and I know it was not all Pisces, but I feel bad. And everybody know that watched it. Like I tried so hard to see if there was any positivity out of that reading for the collective that was doing this. They resorted to black magic. Hi, 11 Empress. But smash the subscribe button, guys. I see some new people here. Please support me. Support me. Thank you. Still I Rise 100. That's my homegirl. But again, please spend time in isolation, especially if you know you got a lot of darkness inside, especially if you're feeling unloved. Okay, I don't care how attractive you are. If you're not attractive on the inside, then you're ugly. Okay, you need to close out some cycles, because a lot of you are emotionally confused, going up and down. You don't know what to choose. Okay, choose you. Choose the light. The darkness is going to fade out. It is ending. A cycle in the world is ending. And a lot of people need to be in isolation before we can step into this 5D. I've always been talking about the 5D since I was younger, and people used to mess with me and call me Neo, and I would talk about the Matrix, and I was weird. But now all that shit is coming out, right? Now it's being exposed. So who's the weird one? Who's the weird one? It wasn't me. It's not me. So again, a lot of this is going on because a lot of people are confused emotionally. A lot of people have a lot of burdens that they're carrying that are really not theirs. Things from childhood, things from their mother, their father, whoever. But you have to do things to get this off of you. And projecting it onto other people is not one of the ways. Spending time in isolation is. Spending time in loving yourself. Spending time in taking self-care. Spending time with a therapist. That's how you can project it onto someone else. Talk that person to death. But you're getting it out. You're taking out the trash. You're dumping it onto someone else. And they can give you other therapeutic ways to handle this instead of running amok out in civilization, among others. Being a bad person to others, because it's just going to lead you down a dark, lonely spiritual path in this world, while the world is changing and becoming into a brighter future. That's why all these shifts are happening. A lot of people are getting spiritually inclined. They're starting to feel and know when people are doing black magic on them, when people are having the evil eye on them. Jealousy and envy is one of the harshest things to encounter or to be. But you have to raise your vibration. You have to raise your frequency. You have to be in tune with yourself, not let alone someone else. You don't need to be in tune with anybody else. Even if you're in a love connection, you need to be in tune with yourself to be able to read that person, feel that person, pick up on that person's energy, good, bad, or indifferent. But if you can't do that, if you're not in love with yourself, if you're not in tune with who you are, you can't read a goddamn person, because you're all fucked up for real. Anymore, spirit. Like they just be making, Father of Wands, Queen of Wands, Father of Wands, King of Wands. Yes, you have to take action to walk away from the darkness. It's right here. You have to leave certain things that are not serving you alone. because it's leaving you emotionally empty and nothing but confused. 7 and 8 of cups. So you can, well, you got the 2 aces right under each other. So you can experience abundance in all areas of your life. In love, finances, spiritual. Those are the 3. A lot of us, are heartbroken. Some of you guys are heartbroken going into isolation. You could have been isolated when you was a child. Okay, but I feel like as a collective in the world, we're going to get some shocking news. There's going to be some shocking things that happen in this world as we are ascending. You can't make this up, into the new earth. Look, as I said, the new earth, justice. And look at the rainbow. Yeah, the new earth is going to be considered rainbows. It's not going to be no dark, because that's the way we're supposed to be living. But again, with all this negative and dark karma and dark energy that made a deal with the higher ups, God, whatever you believe in, to be able to run amok on this earth for a couple years, their time is ending. It's over. But there's still entities in here, in this energy, that don't understand that. They think they can continue to live a certain life, and as long as they live. And I'm telling you, that's coming to an end. That is coming to an end. That cycle is coming to an end. There is going to be karmic justice, divine justice. And that's going to be the news flash for a lot of people here with the 8 of Wands. That's going to shock a lot of people. It's going to wake the hell up a lot of people. Okay? And yeah, you might be heartbroken, being in isolation, feeling isolated, doing the work. 3 of Swords, you might have even been heartbroken, felt betrayed. But again, like I said before, you got to go into isolation. You have to work on healing yourself and reaching out to people, individuals that you know that can help you. Got 8-8 here. Okay? 8-8-8. I tell you. And that's the number of abundance. All right? So again, don't be a coward with the Strength card in reverse. Face your fears. Some of you guys are very afraid to face your fears. Face your fears. Try to get the courage. You have a lot of people living in fear. And living in fear is an illusion. Because fear is normally in your head. It's what you made it. It's not real. It's false evidence appearing real, but it's not real. It's all in your mind. And then again, that tends to your emotions. What you think, you will manifest. So try to think more abundantly. Try to think more lovingly. Try to think that you're healed, or you're healing, or you want this healing. Take the action that you need to walk away from darkness. Anything that leaves you empty. Anything, anyone, anything. Because that's not what we're supposed to be living life for. We are supposed to be abundant in our own right. And if you believe it, you will achieve it. But you cannot continue to live in darkness and project that onto other people. I know, babe. I love you too. But I told you, when my money coming, that's why I said you could have kept it. I want to send you money I'm going to get those more bracelets. I'm going to be rocking your bracelets, honey. Okay? That way you can be in celebration with the 3 of Cups. You can be among the stars. You can be among the light. Okay? A reconciliation back with mind, body, and soul. Any more, Spirit? Give me one more for the middle. Give me one more. But again, like I said, karmic justice is coming for a lot of people. If you don't want to be on the bad part of that, get yourself right. Get yourself right. That's all I got to say. Yeah, 5. A lot of inner chaos, a lot of drama. They're going to stop playing with me. And another 8. Another 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. Spider web. Work on yourself, your self-craft. Like I said in another reading, the spider is very unique, very creative. And when he makes webs, he makes creative, unique, different webs. Okay? They represent a part of this spider. They're very crafty, they're very unique, and very selective. But when they do these webs, they do them so they can catch an abundance of insects, flies, whatever they catch. This is part of their manifestation. This is part of their craft. This is what they do. And they get to a point where they self-master it. They become the best at making webs, at whatever, however many webs they put them in. They put them in particular places so they can catch particular insects. So you have to be crafty and unique like the spider. Work on yourself. Work on your self-mastery, your hierarchy, your in tuneness with oneness and the Lord or the universe, whatever you believe in. But you have to believe in something. You need to believe in something to get rid of this inner chaos, this darkness that a lot of you are holding or carrying on. And stop projecting that out onto other people in the world. And get right within. Top of the deck. Yeah. You're ready for a new journey. Okay? Like this little bird, the chickadee bird, is ready to jump off that branch onto a new journey. It doesn't need his mommy no more. But a lot of you guys were acting very foolish and taking people as fools. But you're ready for a brand new journey. You want to start afresh. And how you do that? Here with the Ace of Cups. You work on yourself. You close out dark cycles. And you get ready for a whole new journey, a whole new world, a whole new life. But you have to work on your inner chaos, your self-negative talk, your projections onto other people, darkness. And if you see this in somebody, if it ain't just for you, but if you see this in people, stay away from them people. Get away from them people. Close out cycles in other people if you see this. Because they're going to do nothing but pull you down or try to. But justice is here for a lot of us. Divine justice will intervene, but you also have to use discernment. It's not a superpower. Sometimes I say it's common sense, but common sense isn't that common. That's why it's called common sense. All right, guys, please subscribe and like the video. And please remember, I am kind of Big Deal Tarot for a reason. I'm about to go on and do Gemini's reading. So if any of you guys are a Gemini or know a Gemini, you might want to come up on that reading. It will happen at 9 o'clock. All right. Thank you, guys. I love you. Remember, be you, love you. The highest vibration of all. And I'm out. Bye now.